In round 6, there are 3 bosses: King Crush, Mr. Ripper, and the Brawler. Mr. Ripper and King Crush will buff each other if they are too close together, and you will need to keep them apart. The Brawler has a large knockback which will also affect the other bosses. For this fight you will need to be within melee range in order to damage the bosses. Any damage done outside of melee range will be reflected. For this fight I use my companion to keep aggro on King Crush, while I get aggro on the Brawler and Mr. Ripper. Whenever the Brawler is casting untouchable, I try to move out of his range to avoid the knockback. I first kill Mr. Ripper before DPSing the Brawler down until he's nearly dead. Then I DPS down King Crush, letting the Brawler die when King Crush is on low health before finishing the fight.
You dead. I'm gonna kill you. Make you dead.
Should feel better now.
Gonna kill you. Make you dead. Kill you. Make you dead. Make you dead. Gonna kill you. Make you dead. Gonna kill you. You dead. Gonna kill you.
Take a breath.
Make you dead. Gonna kill you.
Never stood a chance.
The mysterious stranger wins again! I can't believe it!
Round 7 has 2 bosses, Drake Raven and Nocturnal. Nocturnal has a buff which gives him perfect defense, which can be removed by stunning him. Drake Raven leaps around a room placing stun mines at your feet. Once a stun mine is dropped, you have a few seconds to move out of its range before it is armed. For this fight, I DPS Drake Raven while kiting Nocturno into the stun mines. When the adds appear, I interrupt them using a knockback and move within melee range to kill the large ad to stop them from recapturing my companion. Once Drake Raven is dead, Nocturno enrages. I kite him into the remaining stun mines and use my own knockbacks and stuns while I DPS him down.
Justice be upon you. That one. I regret facing us.
One step closer on the road to eternal champion. Ending no turn to mayhem.
In round 8, you will need to DPS the boss while moving out of traps and AoE circles which will be placed on the arena floor. The Rancor can place two different types of circles at your feet. The red circle does not move and can easily be avoided. The yellow circle moves as you move and can be used to knock down the apprentices when they appear. There are three different types of trap. The red trap does damage to you, the blue trap applies a slow effect to you, the yellow trap seems to affect your DPS. During the fight, Bogwins and the apprentices will appear. The Bogwins will attack your companion, while the apprentices can buff the boss. The apprentice can be interrupted or CC'd. In this fight, I tried to avoid the traps while DPSing the boss and killing the apprentices when they appear. Round 9 has a single boss which has a large damaging knockback and AoE knockdown attacks. The fight is a pattern which repeats until the boss is killed. First you get the knockback, which can be seen as a red area on the ground. This is followed by 3 yellow circles which drop at defeat one at a time. This is followed by another knockback and another set of yellow circles before you go into the burn phase. After the burn phase, the pattern is repeated. During the burn phase, you have 20 seconds to kill the 4 droids which appear, and if you fail to do so, you will be killed. During the knockback, ads could appear. There are 2 different types of ads. The larger droid will DPS you and apply a slow debuff to you. The smaller droid creates a large red circle on the ground when it reaches you and will explode. You will need to move out of the circle. For this fight, I tried to turn the boss away from the companion so that they are not affected by the knockback, and drop the yellow circles away from them.
Never stood a chance. Here, this will help.
Non-existent! Like my new look?
No revenge for you, Leia. Victory to the mysterious stranger. The mysterious
Round
stranger.
10 has 3 phases with a final burn phase. In phase 1, the probes will appear which will attack you and fire a red beam. The boss will attack you with an AoE attack. You can stand between the probes so they hit each other and destroy themselves, and or use the AoE attack from the walker to destroy them. Once the walker reaches 50%, the boss will appear and attack you while the walker repairs itself. Once the boss has taken enough damage, he will return back to the walker, which will stop the walker from repairing. Phase 2 starts as soon as the boss returns back to the walker. Phase 2 is a repeat of the first phase with the addition of a beam cast which does a lot of damage and lasts for 20 seconds. You should use your defensive cooldowns to mitigate as much of this damage as possible. Once the walker reaches 50%, the boss will appear again. Phase 3 is the burn phase. The boss will jump to the centre of the room and a large area will be marked as red. You need to move into the centre of the room before the area becomes electrified. The boss will try knocking you back into the electrified area, and you will need to get out of this as soon as you can. More red beams will attack, and you'll need to try and stay out of this area while avoiding the yellow knockdown attack. Once the boss is dead, the fight ends and all glory goes to you, the new Eternal Champion.
Until he dies.